Good morning. Welcome to day 23. We are just getting in the car because we are headed to Biscayne National Park. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Biscayne National Park. And we're going to go on a boat tour.
Merry Christmas!
We are going to go on a boat tour to somewhere that we don't know because we didn't read the directions. So we'll take some pictures. It'll be fun. Let's talk about Biscayne National Park because national? Why did that just come out?
That was weird. I didn't like any of that.
Because we can't film in national parks. We took a lot of pictures, but I feel like we need the story behind it. So the start of the day, we had to be at the boat to check in at like 9, I think.
Yeah.
And our boat, we had to be on the boat and sailing and going at like 9:30, and it was in total 3.5 hours. So we got back at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
What did you learn about the national park that you want to share?
Oh man, so much. I don't even know.
We went to 3 national parks in total. So this is the second one that we went to on this trip.
Well, it's the first national park.
Well, I guess national like sites. Then.
Yeah, NPS sites. Well, they're all called parks. It's the whole thing. But this is like the second or the first actual like national park. Kind of like Dry Tortugas. This one's mainly underwater. So if we're not snorkeling, which we didn't, or scuba, we didn't really see a ton of it. But we still got to go to the islands that are part of it. So the Florida Keys, where we were earlier during Vlogmas. Like Key Largo is where people, kind of assume I think the Keys probably start.
That's what I thought.
They go up still more. And so there's more keys. And so...
and on the west side too.
Yeah. But there was actually, we'll show the islands, the keys that were here were discussed to like develop and put a highway through and connect like these keys all the way to Key West. But it just never happened. It was privately owned. Or it was part of a state park or a national park or whatever. So they never got to do that. But something like 180,000 acres.
Sorry for the squeaking. Toaster just got a new toy.
Also part of, like Dry Tortugas, it's bordered by the 3rd largest coral reef in the world. I don't know. Manatees, sharks, jellyfish.
We really didn't see any wildlife
alligators.
other than fish, right?
Yeah, a bunch of birds.
Bunch of birds, and we saw like a bunch of trees. We learned a lot about mangrove trees.
3 kinds.
3 kinds of mangrove trees, which are pretty cool. When you are walking around a lot of these places that we went, there's all these like sticks sticking up out of the water, and I thought they were just sticks, but they're actually roots of mangrove trees, which was interesting.
Black mangrove trees. It's actually how they get air. Oh, whew. That's how they get oxygen in soil that doesn't have oxygen.
Yeah.
They come up. They're like a little snorkel tube.
It was interesting. So the boat ride, here's our boat, what it looked like. And we had a captain and then somebody who was like talking during the tour. So we would go really slow for about 20 minutes and they would share with us like the history of the islands, and then we would go like really fast for a while and everyone was getting splashed and it was kind of fun. So while we were going slow, I was like knitting and crocheting and listening, and then while we were going fast, we were just kind of bumping along for the ride. We were covered the whole time like overhead, so, and it was a cloudy day, so we didn't really have to worry about getting sunburned. It was actually chilly. Like I kept my sweatshirt on the whole time. And then we got to
Boca Chica Key.
Boca Chica
Well, we
Key.
learned we stopped at I don't know, for Adams Key, I think, and learned the history about the family that used to live there. That lived there for over 100 years until Hurricane Andrew. They had to evacuate.
Yeah.
I think it was. And then went to Boca Chica Key, which the Honeywell family of like probably the thermostat you have in your house used to own. You used to throw like really lavish parties. Most of what they had built is gone, but there is like a lighthouse that doesn't work, never worked. It was just there for show, and an old cannon and an old garage that was just kind of like rich people showing off because there weren't any roads on the
Is it really small
on the key to drive around.
Excuse me. There was a lot of people boat camping, which I had never seen before. So basically there was like a circular bay place to dock, and people were staying on their boats, but then like hopping off their boats to grill and cook and hang out and everything. So that was really interesting.
Yeah, and it was cool that for most of the national park, you see like the Miami skyline kind of just out in the distance. I don't know if we got a good picture of that or not.
I don't think so. That's what I'm looking at right now is the pictures.
Yeah, we got to explore that key for like an hour. We got a little bit of a history, and then, got to go just explore. And
then there was one path that we went on that they said, be careful because it can be really slick and muddy and also lots of mosquitoes. And we learned both of those things are true.
Yep, we saw a little hermit crab.
That's funny. Sorry. We saw a little hermit crab?
Yeah, our little crab. Remember he like went into his shell?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then on our way out, we saw an iguana, which is not uncommon. It's like seeing a squirrel in Florida. But
they're
for
like
us,
massive. It's like straight up a Jurassic Park type thing.
And at the end...
you talked about that it was taking me so long to get this, but I did finish my Citizen Ranger badge, which is kind of like the Junior Ranger badge, just like more adulty. You actually have to like read all the exhibits and watch the movie, and a lot of the times the Junior Ranger books will have you be like, talk to a park ranger, like what's their name, what's their favorite part of the park. And this one, it's more like you have to either figure this out or go have like a pretty in-depth conversation to understand the way something works in the park. So that was very, very cool. They're kind of silly, like the badges, but you really do learn a lot. And especially some of the parks now that have like the adult version, it's just very cool. And it's fun to, I don't know, use the national parks and learn as much as you can and see as much as you can.
I mean, that's kind of why they're there, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. We haven't done too many like ranger-led programs since we've been on the road yet, but I'm hoping as we do more and more, we'll be able to kind of time that better, especially when it gets to summer and they have more programs.
I can't stop yawning. Sorry.
But it's good stuff. The national parks are awesome.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with them, and we put together how many we've been to now, which is... one sec. We've been to, or Kent has been to 22 national parks, monuments, or sites, and I've been to 21 because he went to one without me.
Yeah, that's since we left in August.
Oh, yeah. We went to 3. We've been to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Florida. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yep, we'll probably hit a couple more on the way out in Georgia, and we'll be at another national park here pretty soon in South Carolina.
We gotta stop because I can't stop yawning. That's it for Biscayne. We're sitting in the van waiting for Kent to be done getting his Junior Ranger and Citizen Ranger badges, and it's been over an hour. Over an hour since we got off of the boat, but that's okay. I'm just crocheting. We have no cell phone service, so we're just waiting for him. But after this, the plan is to go back to the hotel, make some sandwiches for lunch, take care of Toaster, and then we're gonna go finally to the Everglades.
Ready to go?
I think we're ready to go.
Been waiting on you.
Really? We've had a slight change of plans, and instead of making our own sandwiches for lunch, we're going to pick something up in just a bit so that we can save our sandwiches for tomorrow, because we're doing a second day in the Everglades before driving back to Orlando. So it'll just be easier to not leave the park tomorrow. I think that makes sense. But I'm going to use this time then while Kent is going and letting Toaster out to open up today's Advent. I do think that, yeah, I think the color card is inside though. So for some, I won't know the color names and we'll have to put them on the screen. Let's start with Suburban Stitcher. Oh, wow. Wait, am I on 23? What is today? Am I supposed to be on 22? I think I am on 23. What is the date? Yeah, no, I'm correct. Okay, just making sure. All right, Suburban Stitcher. Looking very nice. Okay, Little Wolf Knits, Schitt's Creek says, bump her off. Don't know what that is referring to. I'm using my other camera today, so it might take a little longer to focus than with the fancier one. All right. Got another nice kind of neutrally going on here. That's pretty. What next? Let's do Pretty Twisted Yarns. Again, purple, but getting pinker. Brazos Fiberworks. For some of these, I just have one more day left to open after this. One more mini skein at least. Let's see. This color is called Gravel Road. And it's definitely kind of like a tanny, browny gray. Don't have my pen with me. I can't mark it. Ruby and Roses. Ooh. I wonder if this one has anything to do with like Christmas lights, because it definitely looks like a night sky with lights on it. I'll have to see what that color name is. I like that one too. A lot. All right. Homespun House. Hey, you know what I figured out today, actually? I said that I was going to just go easy on my Advents, which is still true, but I did kind of, go, well, let me do the math to see what would I have to do in order to finish this by December 31st. And I just finished another color today. I've done a lot. This is from when I last podcasted. I've done quite a lot on it already, and I am 8 colors in. So that means I have, can't remember if there's 20, I think there's 24 days of this. So if I've got 8 colors done, that means I have 16 colors remaining. And I think I have like 10 or 11 days or something left in the month. Because today is technically December 21st. Not technically, it is December 21st. And so I was like, okay, well that means I could do 2 colors per day and still have some wiggle room. If I do 2 colors per day, I will finish in 8 days essentially, and that will have a lot of buffer. So I might try to do that and just see if I can do 2 colors per day. Some days I might do more, some days I might do less, but it's just something in the back of my mind now that I can go, hey, I could finish this potentially. Lush Yarns. Lots of blue in this one. This one's kind of like Robin's Egg blue with some brown. I think that was, because yesterday it was kind of like an Elsa-y color, but I think I was trying to pull Robin's Egg blue out of my head somewhere. All right, Chelsea Yarns, and again, we'll put this one on the screen since I don't have those colors down here, or the color card down here with me. This one's a nice gold. Little similar to yesterday, but more brown than that taxi cab was. Wonder what this one is. I have no idea. All right, and then we already did Ruby and Roses. Oh, we already did all of these. Okay, I just need to grab, hang tight, the twice shared sheet for today from December 23rd. Oh, These are called fold over clothing tags. They've got little bunnies on them, and then they say handmade, I think. Yeah, handmade. So these are cute because you can put them at the bottom of a hat. You can put them at the bottom of a sweater, and I'm guessing these little holes are where you can sew them on. That is too precious. That would be great for a gift for sure. There was a point in time where I wanted to get either some cloth or leather ones like with my name on it, but now I just make so many things for myself that it's probably not worth it. Let's do today's guessing game. Day 23. This is our second to last one, Kent.
I know, I'm sad.
And you already looked at the name?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, fun colors. Okay, I would say 3 colors.
Red, blue, yellow, and white.
That's 4. But red and blue and white.
Okay.
Ta-da! Etch-a-Sketch.
Nope.
What movie is it from?
4.
Wait, is it a person or character?
It's a character.
From the 4th movie that we haven't seen.
Oh, Buzz Lightyear.
No, he'd be in the other movies.
Oh, it's the only one. Oh, sorry.
You're gonna have to give some clues then because we have no idea.
Name a character you know from Toy Story 4.
Forky.
Yep.
It's finally Forky.
It's finally Forky.
Oh, I do know Forky.